everyone, and welcome back to the Cobx Masters. In case you've missed our games yesterday, we've had two rather one-sided semifinals. Both teams won their respective matches 2-0. Xtreme5 had a bit of a closer series. I believe the first game was 16-14, the second one was 16-10.
Definitely.
But God Particles, they just stomped. It was 16-3 and 16-4 in the second. It was an absolute stomp. So hopefully, this time in this final, we're going to see something spicy between those two teams.
Hopefully, and one thing I would like to note is that God Particles actually completely dominated their opponent, while Xtreme seemed to have had a lot bigger of a challenge. But again, it's hard to tell. Again, if these two teams right now in the final are at the same level, judging by their previous opponents, it'll all come down to how they perform against each other. And that said, this is going to be the first map, which is, again, as mentioned yesterday, I believe this is Xtreme's map pick. Yeah, this is Xtreme's map pick on Inferno. And it is going to be a best of 3, so God Particles has picked Mirage as a secondary map, and it's going to be Cash as the third, for those viewers who are interested in the map choices. So let's see, this is Xtreme's map pick, and they are going to start on their T side, so on the weaker side here. So if they can get the pistol round here, this is going to be a very good start from them.
Arguably, this is exactly what they wanted. They did win the knife round, and they did choose to stay on the T side to start off the game, and it might just pay off here. Mr. Mayhem finds the entry onto Knight Rider as he looks towards balcony, gets another one. The Magician on site gets 2 straight to the head. Nasty's trying to shut him down, and KRC helps him out. They finally get that kill onto Magician, but it's down to a 2v2. The bomb has yet to be planted. There's Godby from the one side and Ember from the other as he moves on to the site without making any footstep, any noises. And he does find that headshot onto KRC. Nasty's the last to drop. And to the stars, Shivy is ready to take that kill. God Particles win the pistol.
Well, this is actually a good start from God Particles, but they did get very close as well. It wasn't a walk in the park whatsoever. So Xtreme is already putting up a fight, but I don't know. It's still early days. You can't really tell from the first few rounds, but at least it is a good start from God Particles. They are going to go on a easy second round here because Xtreme5 did actually plant the bomb. So they're going to go for that buy in the third round. So God Particles shouldn't have any issues coming into this round. But there is a player on City Spawn is not moving. Okay, he's coming now. It could have been risky if they rushed that, and then there's only 2 players. That could have been a bit too risky, but he is here now.
Look at that.
And it looks like Xtreme5 hasn't decided where to go yet.
The nades already reduced Mayhem to 55 HP. Nasty's also super low at 19. Those were just nades. That's very frustrating for Xtreme5. Bear in mind, none of these players have armor. There's nothing but P250s to work with. But as you said, this is a throwaway round, but yet they would hope to get a few frags, maybe even a bomb plant. That would be best case scenario as Mayhem rushes onto the side. He finds Ember waiting for him. Shivy gets another one, this time onto Nasty. It's a clean round for God Particles. They get all 5, and they win 2-0.
Yeah, that was expected. They're going to have an easier round this round. There's only basically a full eco, but this is going to be the important round now because Xtreme5 actually have full weaponry. I say as KRC buys an ump. He's gonna go for utility instead. But God Particles actually have less weaponry this round than Xtreme5 does. So if Xtreme5 wins this round, God Particles also have some money because he has submachine gun.
Ooh, Knight Rider. It wasn't enough. The MP7 doesn't really do that much damage, and Mayhem takes advantage of it. He finds that headshot, and they take control of mid there. But look at that, God Particles. They're pushing from Banana, and KRC knows this as he hides in T-Ramp. There's 3 people from God Particles pushing Banana, which means it's only Shivy here standing short. He's the only one holding A site, practically. But Xtreme5 do not know this. And they have yet to move the bomb. They've got a lot of time left on the clock, over a minute. So there's definitely no rush as Ember just sees a silhouette there through the smoke, but can't seem to find the shot. He re-smokes it again to buy some more time. He sees a shadow, and that's all he needs to see. Nasty goes down. It's even an AK for Ember. This is perfect for God Particles here. They're buying a lot of time. And Xtreme5, they seem lost here. They don't know quite what to do, but they finally start moving towards that A side. Took them a while, but they realize, guys, if there's 2-3 people shooting us through that smoke, which that can only mean there's only one guy on A. And yet, they're not committing. Instead, they're going for that banana push again. Magician is the only one there now. God Particles, they thought Xtreme5 would aim for A. So did I. But instead, they're going straight for banana. It's a good flash. Magician's fully flashed. He pops his flash, but it's not enough. Mr. Nice was ready for it, and he gets that headshot. Magician goes down as Xtreme5 make their way onto the B side. There's no one there from God Particles, but they're sprinting there as fast as they can. There's an AK for Ember, but CT is smoked off. He's hoping to get lucky through the smoke, but no such luck. As Spider makes his way from ruins, there's Mayhem and Wimp waiting for him, and Wimp picks up that kill. Gets another one, this time onto Shivy. God Particles, it started off well, but they couldn't keep it going, and Ember's the last man standing versus 4 people. Bear in mind, all 4 of them are pretty low. They're all really lit here. But I don't think Ember's going to go for this. He's just hiding behind the sandbags in ruins. Actually above it, hoping for an exit right there.
Yeah, but he is very close to the bomb as well, so eventually he does need to get a move on. But maybe he can get a few exits here. They are going the same way he is.
Oh, there's 2. Maybe he can get the 3rd. Yes, he can. That's a headshot onto Mayhem as well. This is good stuff from Ember. 3 exit frags. This is exactly what he was hoping for.
Good stuff from Ember, and expensive from Ember as well. That 3 kills actually completely ruins Xtreme5's economy here. They should have a lot more money than they do here, and since he did get those 3 kills, they are gonna buy up, but they're gonna buy up with what's left of their money. Obviously, except for the one person who didn't die. But still, look at the economy from Xtreme. That means if God Particles ends up winning this round, then Xtreme5 is just going to end up ecoing yet again. So, good stuff from Ember. He actually did a lot of impact, even though he didn't care about living. And the best case scenario is that not only did he get those 3 kills, but he ended up surviving as well. So, he gets to keep that AK. He gets to build up his money as well that he used to basically drop to a teammate.
Yeah, he gave that up as a gift for Knight Rider. But so far, Knight Rider hasn't really taken advantage of that gift. He's actually down to 16 HP. Very, very low as he holds the A site. Xtreme5 have yet to make a move. Bear in mind, they've thrown quite a few rounds in their semifinal when they just waited out the clock and they wasted time. But maybe this time they've learned, because Wimp just got 2 entries there onto Shivy. Knight Rider finally shuts him down, but it's taken him too long, and he's lost 2 members for it. He's all alone on that A side down. He's down to 16 HP as well, but Ember is joining up with him, giving him some backup. Still a 4v2 situation. Xtreme5, they definitely have the advantage here. There's only 1 flash left, and it's on Mayhem, but Knight Rider, he misses that off shot. This is deadly for him, but Ember gets a 3k! It's a 4k for Ember! He clutched it for God Particles.
He seemed to be, maybe his confidence has grown a lot since that 3k in the previous round. Look at his scoreline already. He has 11 kills. And it's only been 4 rounds. So already he's showing a lot of confidence, and he's having basically the start of his life, and actually the start that God Particles need, because if he went down there, especially after all those misses from Knight Rider, they could have actually lost the round. So very important there from Ember.
Ooh, that's a good molly. It burns everyone from Xtreme5, and Ember's ready for them. That's 2 in a row, and he's still up, he's still alive, he's still heading shots. Wimp finds Magician with a lucky headshot there, but he can't do the same to Shivy. Shivy picks up those last 2 kills. God Particles, they lead 4-1 here. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, he's already... Honestly, God Particles is showing a lot bigger challenge than Infamous did yesterday against Xtreme5. And Xtreme5, like, not the best of starts. They did do well to get that bomb plant, but even though it's almost a clean sweep, Ember broke their economy, and then this round Ember got that 4K, which basically forced them to eco. And now they're going on a double eco just so it could buy again. And this is basically going to guarantee a 5th round here for God Particles.
The op got a tag through the wall onto Win, but it was not enough. This time, however, does find that kill onto KRC, and Mayhem goes down as well. This is good stuff from Knight Rider. Spider backs him up there with the MP7, gets 2 as well. Mr. Nice, however, finally shuts him down. But Mr. Nice is the last man standing here alone versus 4. The op wins out against the P250, and God Particles, as you said, guarantee their 5th round.
Yeah, but now they're going to buy, and not only they're going to buy, but they're going to be able to buy Alps as well. So Xtreme5 have another opportunity now to actually win this, to bring this back, sorry. Because God Particles, if they keep running with this momentum, they're going to have a much easier side on their T side. And keep in mind, this is Xtreme5's map pick, so they're not showing the best of starts here, but it's still early days, so they still have an opportunity to.
Rider, he's got the angle, and it works out. He even gets
kill?
a molly kill onto Mayhem, surprisingly enough. So that's 2 kills for Knight Rider to start off the round. This is... wow.
I'm not sure how he got them. Did he get... I feel like his enemy got naded in the same time, and basically that molly burned them too fast, because there was no reason for him to actually die from that molly. He has more than enough time to run away from it. Unless it was double carpeted, you know, when you stack up those mollies.
Yeah.
Maybe one from Banana also threw it, so there's a possibility. But he didn't get an assist either, so questionable.
In all cases, Xtreme5, they're gonna have to play this round without Mayhem and Nasty.
And really good start from Knight Rider. I mean, considering how much he was missing earlier and Ember had to save the round, Knight Rider is actually stepping up here with that op and getting quite a few kills. Gets a 3rd as well.
It's Mr. Nice dropping as well, joining the spectator list, which means only Wimp and KRC remain in a 2v5 situation with 30 seconds left on the clock. They're running out of options, really. They might consider just saving their weaponry. Indeed, that seems the plan. Or is it? Because they're about to rush Banana here. They've got a smoke. They've got no flashes, though. And they should know that there's an op holding that angle. With 12 seconds remaining, they do smoke off CT, but they fall back. Then they don't want any of that action. They're just going to fall back and save their weaponry to fight another day.
Yep, and already 6 rounds down. As it's still early days, actually, since there's quite a few viewers on the stream. I'd like to ask viewers, who's your favorite team coming into this final? Who do you expect that's going to win? Who's the favorites in your opinion? That's it's always a nice, fun game to have every final to these regions. So, if you'd like to participate, let me know. And yeah, already 6 rounds for God Particles. So easy peasy so far for them. Not so much resistance, especially with Ember and Knight Rider doing their part. The rest of the team don't really have to do much, really. They'll be getting 3 and 4Ks every round almost. And I think so far this is going to be a tough round here from Xtreme5. They do have one P250 and an AWP. And a Gilil is not that bad. I mean,
yeah,
could be better, but it's not a bad weapon. So they are lacking in weaponry, and they have some utility. They can use the 3 smokes and 2 mollies for something. They don't really have any pop flashes though, so they're going to have to do one big push and hope that they have enough bodies to take over a bomb site. Because without those pop flashes, the CTs are not going to be blind whatsoever. So this is going to be a tough push from Xtreme5, but let's see. If they're going to push towards B, there's only one person holding it. As I'm looking on the floor for some reason.
Oh, this is going to be an easy side take for Xtreme5, which is perfect for them because they really want to plant that bomb. They should be able to have it here. Magician from Ruins can't seem to find that shot onto Nasty, but he finds Mayhem though. And KRC as well, who was flashed off. Ember gets that kill onto Nasty. The nade finds Wimp. which means Mr. Nice is the only one left alive. He does get the headshot with the Galil, but Knight Rider shuts him down. That's another round for God Particles. They lead 7-1, but Xtreme5 managed to get the bomb plant down at least. It's something to work with.
But yeah, they did have... Well, they want more than at least, really. I mean, they had... I'm quite sure all 5 players by the time they went down that banana push. And although they didn't have a lot of flashes, they did have smokes and mollies. So, yeah, they did get the bomb plant, but they are also 7-1 down. So, you know, at this point in time, at least is no longer relevant to them. They need to actually start winning rounds here, because if they don't, their CT side is going to be really hard. I know it is the favorite side, but you also need rounds, because if you don't have enough rounds, then you have little margin for error. As soon as you make a mistake, you can lose the entire game. You know, you need to actually have room for mistakes, and even if you lose a round here and there, you'll have a few gun rounds that you can still work with.
Ooh,
nice
nasty.
shot from Nasty. It was nasty.
Yeah, that was nasty. The headshot onto Knight Rider. That would be Nasty's first kill of the game. He's been having a rough start, but this is his chance to catch up now. As the flashes come out from Xtreme5 towards mid, you see Shivy and Spider, they're forced to back off, back towards the site as the bomb makes its way short. For now, at least. Magician finds Mr. Nice with a headshot. Mr. Nice was the lurker for Xtreme5, so this could be dangerous. They have to commit to the site, and Nasty finds another kill, this time onto Spider, but Chivy shuts him down. Here's Wimp on the site. He gets some backup from Mayhem, and they both get Ember and Chivy as well. This is good stuff from Xtreme5. They can plant the bomb now. Magician is the last man standing for God Particles. He does have the money to go for this, but is it actually worth it? It's a 1v3 situation. Wimp and Mayhem both are tagged down to 51 and 63 respectively, but the op is at full HP. That would be KRC with the op. So this is a risky attempt from Magician if he goes for this, but I don't think he's going to go for this. Is he?
No. Yeah, obviously not. Only 1 versus 3. Doesn't have a kid either. But he does get that op, so I think that's what he's really aiming for here. Just run back and keep that off for next round. And Knight Rider will be able to use it. But he might get overwhelmed here from the side if he's not careful.
Mayhem. Is he gonna go for this? He might actually go for this, and the op finds the kill. Magician shuts Mayhem down.
Very close position from an op.
This is very expensive for Xtreme5. They did not have the money to go for this hunt, and now they have to live with the consequences.
Yep, and although he did save that op, they actually had quite a bit of money. So saving that op makes it even cheaper for them, that they won't have to rebuy that op. And although Xtreme5 wins this round, which is a very important round for them to win, they also lost that loss bonus. So they can't lose any more rounds from now on. If they lose this next round, they're going to be forced again on an eco. So very bad days for them. And very nice start. Wow, Magician getting a bit too aggressive.
Very well then. I mean, it was good for Nice, but that nade from Knight Rider just traded it back. It is a 1-for-1, and you have to give credit where credit is due. Knight Rider and Ember both performing really well today. Ember with 14 kills. Knight Rider, the second player on the server in terms of frag, with 10. KRC gets that entry onto Spider, and now they can make their way onto the site. Shivy is hiding in pit, but he's the only one here. There is a CT coming from Library to back him up. That will be Ember. He's a bit too far away. Shivy finds that kill onto him. Can he get another? No, he cannot. Nasty shuts him down. He's looking towards Library now. There's Ember hiding right outside of it, but they know exactly where he is. That's a good molly. Oh, the smoke! The smoke actually saved him. Was that Ember's own smoke? Or was it...
Yeah,
I believe it was
so.
a misunderstanding.
I think it was his own smoke. Many people tend to throw a smoke on themselves to save themselves from a molly. And yeah, that was good for them. Now they have a 2 versus 3, and they only have 1 kit here, so they need to start moving. But it's going to be a tough retake. They're both going the same way.
Nasty surprised Knight Rider there. He was not expecting someone to his right. He takes advantage of it. That's the Opera going down. Ember's the last man standing. He's not going to go for this.
No, he's gonna go for some economical damage. And as usual, Ember does succeed in that economical damage, but he did not run away in time. That's the only issue.
He could have ran down mid. I'm surprised why he went long. I mean, he could have just...
Yeah, he could have dropped that M4 to the star, especially, who has 2.4. Instead, they're gonna use up more of their economy just to drop that weapon. And now, God Particles actually have to be careful here. They are starting to lose quite a bit of money. So if they lose this next round, they're gonna start being in trouble. So Xtreme5 actually in a good position, although they keep losing so much money.
That was such a good hit from Knight Rider.
Yeah, and although Xtreme wins this next won the last 2 rounds, they're so poor just because of how much damage God Particles happens to do in them. So at this current moment, it's a vital round for both teams. Whoever loses this should be forced on eco.
And you can tell Knight Rider really does not want to eco. Getting that first frag, and now he's holding in a bit of an aggressive place to hold really for an op. Usually you see them fall back towards arches after that mid pick, but he's still staying mid. But he can be safe because Xtreme5, all 4 of them are at banana now. They've yet to really commit. They've got smokes and flashes, no mollies, however. Could be dangerous here. But with 45 seconds left on the clock, they have to do this. That's going to have to be that B site now. There's the CT smoke coming out. Nice. He's going to hope to find that entry frag. He sees someone dark. That would be Ember. But looks the other way now, and Magician takes advantage of it from quad. Finds Mayhem. Can he get more? There's 2 people flashed on the left-hand side, and Ember knows this. And he can't find the headshot there. Gets one, but it's not enough. Nasty. Last man standing finds the spray onto Magician, but ran out of bullets, and Spider takes advantage of it. Got Particles. They win the round. They force Xtreme5 on an eco here.
One thing worth noting actually is that the God Particles lost 2-3 rounds in a row and actually still had enough money to buy that round and still win it. So now they're just rebuilding that economy that Xtreme took so long to get rid of. Nasty, oh wow, already almost 2 kills with just that deagle.
It feels weird because Nasty just, I don't understand. He doesn't get normal kills. He just gets like these weird 1Ds or the weird like, I don't know, just really nasty kills. He doesn't go for normal sprays like normal human beings. He just goes for the risky plays. And it seems to have paid off. Not this time, however. Ember just picks up that kill. Nasty was just standing in the open, as one does. And now we're back to a 4v4. But as you can see, Xtreme5, no weapons whatsoever, no armor even. Wimp, the 1D onto Ember. This is good stuff. And now B-side is completely open, but Xtreme5 do not know this. And there's a rotation coming out from Chevy to hold B-side, but they did not push Xtreme5. They're finally going to move up banana now, which is a bit too late, but still, they can move up banana. They can pick up that AK or M4 on the ground, which is perfect for them. Chevy's waiting for it, however, he spots them and he falls back. It's a smart molly to buy some time as he falls back onto the site. The rest of God Particles are rotating from the A side, as you can see on the minimap. That's Magician and Spider making their way towards B.
No smoke,
no flash, nothing for Xtreme5. They're going in completely dry. And they might have just gotten that kill onto Chevy. This is good stuff. Mayhem finds one, but Magician trades it back. Gets Wimp as well. And KRC finds Magician, but it's down to a 1v1. There's no time. The bomb has yet to be planted. It's Mayhem versus Spider, and Spider finds that headshot. Mayhem goes down. That was
after time.
Very close for a 1v1. I don't think it was after time, was it?
It was after time. Look at his money.
This is really, really bad for Mayhem now and Xtreme5 in general.
Yeah. After time for Mayhem, it looks like. So Yeah, he's the only one who can't buy anything. I mean, the others could have bought maybe AK's armor no utility or Galil's an armor, but he couldn't buy anything. So just gonna go for another eco. So again, Godproc is building economy.
And again, Knight Rider finds that frag. On this time onto KRC. The op doing wonders here for God Particles. As Xtreme5 make their way towards apps. There's two people mid here. One of them has the bomb. That will be Wimp, who's deciding to fall back and peek towards Banana and make sure they're not about to get flanked. This is a double eco for Xtreme5, so this is very, very rough for them. And Nasty does not spot Spider, who walked through the smoke!
Oh,
What was that? Was
I
that
think I
just
saw
reflex?
I think his rifle might have been sticking out.
Oh. Oh, it's so close, but still a good pickup for Nasty, who manages to pick up an M4 as well. Maybe they can hope to turn this one around, or not. No, they cannot. They just walk through the smoke straight into Shivy and Ember's crossfire. Knight Rider picks up the last 2 kills as well. That's a 3k for the op this round. But now Xtreme5 can finally buy.
Yeah, really good crossfire there on mid. They pushed through the smoke, but both players, I think it was To The Star and I believe it was Ember, who was just had that perfect crossfire in mid that regardless if they get one kill, they would have been immediately traded off. But now finally Xtreme can buy. They're not going to have any ops, however, but they at least can buy. So this is something. To The Star obviously did not want to upgrade because he needed money for next round in case they lose. And they might just, I mean, the op is already down. That's a very big pick very early on in the round. Xtreme now with a chance and with the op basically out of the round.
Ooh, Magician finds KRC, but it does get raided back by Nice Ember. Finds Nice, sorry, I believe Wimp found Spider. There's Shivy dropping to Mayhem as well, which means Ember's the last man standing in a 1v3 situation. Yes, he is the top fragger for God Particles, but is it too much to ask of him to win this 1v3 for them? He's already down to 67 HP. He's got nothing to work with except for a defuse kit here. No nades whatsoever. He does know where the bomb is. There's the smoke coming out from Xtreme5, a flash as well. Trying. There's a molly as well. Ember's down to 20 HP, and it is an easy pickup for Wimp. They do win the round in the end. And this is good stuff for Xtreme5. Maybe they can now end the half on a 5-10 scoreline, which means they'll have a bit more room for error.
Yeah, but it was a good thing. Players like To The Star did not upgrade last round, just so they can have enough money this round. But it is a barely. I mean, you have 4 rifles. Well, one of them's a submachine gun, and you have one 5.7. I'm a big fan of the 5.7, so you can still do a lot of work with it, especially an instant headshot, but if it's close range anyway. But it is going to be tough. I mean, it is going up against AKs. No ops on either side either, so this is going to be a pure rifle round. Well, rifle and pistol round. And let's see, Xtreme already with not the best starts in the game, considering this is their map choice. So they need this last round. God Particles, if they get this last round, they're going to be very comfortable for the second half.
Xtreme5, they're feeling the pressure.
Nice nade, wow.
Ooh, it's a good nade. Mr. Nice drops to 50 HP thanks to that nade. Banana is smoked off, but that smoke's going to time out soon. And so it is refreshed by Magician. Seems like Xtreme5 might just go towards A side here. Nasty's really close to mid. It's a smart flash from Wimp as they make their way, looking towards the corner. He spots a shoulder, and Spider goes down. Can he get Shivy as well? Yes, he can. That's perfect for Nasty. Those 2 entries are exactly what they need to make their way onto the A side. They can plant the bomb in peace. Ember and Magician are far away. Magician's taking the long way around, going towards mid instead, but it's Ember who's closer here. Nasty's holding bit of an off angle. No one would expect him to be here, but he decides to go and move up close instead. And Ember might not be expecting this, but he does spot a shoulder, and he does find that headshot onto Nasty. Loses a bit of HP in the process, but Ember will take that trade gladly. As he finally gets the backup he needed from Magician. Magician finds that headshot onto Wimp. KRC still on side, however, and he manages to kill Ember, so that's his efforts shut down through the wall. Magician managed to line the dink, but it's not enough. KRC shuts him down, and Xtreme5 win that final round. 5-10 to end the first half.
Yeah, look at Ember's score as well. Really tearing it up for his team. And Xtreme5, they did actually win this round, so this at least makes it plausible. I mean, or at least possible. But it's gonna be tough. I mean, it is a 5-round gap, but if they can win the pistol round on their CT side, then they can actually bring this back. I mean, if you win the pistol round, and say if the bomb does not get planted, and then they force spy, if you can win that force spy, and then the third, and then the eco right after that, then you're talking about 10-8. So that's already bringing it back. That just goes to show the importance of the pistol round, and that's kind of why God Parkers have led so far. They've been winning those kind of rounds. They've won the pistol round. They won the following rounds as well. So Xtreme5, if they can win the pistol round here, or maybe the force spy after, in case they lose the pistol round, then they actually can come back in this. But if they lose the pistol round, that's the real issue. If they lose the pistol round, and then they're forced to maybe force spy, and if they lose that as well, then you're talking about around 13-5. I mean, because obviously you're gonna have to eco after that as well. So that's I think would be too much of a gap that Xtreme5 won't actually be able to come back at all. Even if they win the following rifle round, they're gonna have to literally win almost every round. I mean, what mistakes can they make? 2 mistakes maximum, the entire game, if they lose the pistol round and the force spy. Then it's just playing for overtime. But if they don't, and they lose that first rifle round, then it's basically GG. You're going to talk about an eco after, then it's going to be 15. So a lot of pressure on Xtreme5 at the moment. But one thing, if you're an Xtreme5 fan, is the nice thing is it is their map pick, so they are comfortable on this map. So supposedly they might have something up their sleeve. At least hopefully for them. But
as you've said, Inferno is CT sided, so it's not looking all that grim for Xtreme5, but still.
they need the pistol round.
Yeah.
That's the most important, because it's just it's all about that gap and how many mistakes you can make later in the game. Because there are going to be rounds where they're going to be aggressive, say like they push down mid or second mid, or second mez in house, or maybe down banana, and they get entryed. And as soon as they get entryed, then they take the bomb site, the God Parkles that is, and suddenly they lose the round, and they're going to be forced to maybe save the last remaining weapons. Then that's already a mistake made. Those mistakes are very commonly had, and you can't really prevent those mistakes because you never know what your opponents are doing. Because the opponents might be doing something that perfectly counters what you're doing. Say you go 3-4 people banana, and then to just do naded molly and try to take over control. Most cases it's 3 people. But say you do that and suddenly God Parkles has a tactic that makes them go towards short or long, or even through apps. Those 2 people are going to be heavily overwhelmed. So there's always going to be tactics that might counter yours, even if by accident.
Yeah.
So it's not always that they have the read on each other. Sometimes just coincidentally your tactic counters the opponent's tactic. And if you don't have a lot of margin for error, then you're basically risking that those mistakes can cost you the entire game, especially if it's going to be on their map pick.
Even though CSGO is a skill-based game, there is still an element of luck.
That's the beauty of it, pretty much.
Hmm.
Anyway, we are waiting for something. I'm not sure what.
I believe someone from God Particles is lagging. I want to say. Not
Possibly.
quite sure what we are waiting for. As soon as we get more information from the admin, we'll let you guys know. But for now, God Particles are leading 10-5. They'll be very comfortable with this heading into the T side.
Yeah. You know, maybe just to fill in time until it starts again. One thing I've noticed in the last two games I've seen Xtreme5 play
Hmm.
is that they have a player called Wimp, which used to be one of my favorite players back in 1.6 in the Danish scene. He's one of that name. It also was given to one of the legendary 1.6 Danish players.
Hmm.
So whenever I see that name, it reminds me of a bit of nostalgia.
Ah, so you're biased to Xtreme 5, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, keep in mind, Wimp was playing with MTW back in 2008, 2007. So you're talking about a decade ago. So that's a long time. Most people have not even been around back then. Nowadays, sort of sad that no one knows that name anymore. Anyway, it is live finally, so looks like God Particles is actually going to go towards an apps push. And keep in mind, Extreme does have three people on banana. It's kind of what we mentioned earlier. If they put three people on B, then suddenly, if God Particles goes A. But here's the problem: they are rotating back.
Ooh, Mr. Nice. Landing headshot after headshot. This is perfect for him. KRC backs him up as well. Oh my god, Xtreme 5. The perfect pistol. They lose one, but they win it in the end.
Yeah, it's that was a perfect position. Who was that? Who was that basically got those shots on? It was Mr. Nice, right? In
Nice, yeah,
apps,
the
yeah.
double headshot. Yeah.
That was a very good position. No, not a single person looked towards him at that point. And not only that, but there was a very good crossfire as well. And considering Xtreme5 was already rotating towards A, um, that could have been a lot uglier than it was. And thankfully for them, it wasn't. But God Particles, since they did not plant that bomb in the first round, they're actually going to be force spying here. Oh, nice pre-fire! What?
Ooh. As we've said, there is an element of luck in CSGO.
He did miss that pre-fire though, but he got the
Yeah,
second shot.
he got the second one. You can say it was all skill. I would say there was a bit of luck there, but
Yeah.
Shivy gets the kill nonetheless. And Nice goes down. It's a good start for God Particles here. P250s and CZ to work with.
Only there's only one person on B.
This could be the round that God Particles are looking for. They all rush through the smoke. He was waiting for them nasty, and he does get one kill, but that's all he managed to do before Knight Rider shoots him straight in the head. The bomb can now get planted for God Particles. Xtreme5 already in a one-man disadvantage. Even though they won the pistol, this is odd stuff, really. And it looks like they're not gonna go for this. I don't think that's a good idea. He should have gone for that, right?
For that round?
For the
No.
retake, yeah, it's a 3v4 versus P250s. And this
Yeah,
is
but keep in mind they already took the site and Xtreme5 has no kits. So they would have had much longer time, and not to mention God Particles or since they already took the site, they already set up positions for countering the retake. So that could have been much more expensive. Not to mention, if they lost the guns, they would have given the guns to God Particles. Now, since they did not get the guns, now look at them. To the star, instead of getting a FAMAS or an M4, has to buy his own AK. Same thing for Ember. You know, the only one who doesn't is Knight Rider, who got that MP7 earlier. So, since they did not give away those guns, God Particles have to actually buy those guns. So Xtreme5 can still work with what they have for this round. So, yeah, I definitely believe this is the right decision, considering they took way too long to retake. If they were a bit sooner, and they were already closing in on site by the time the terrorists are already getting in, and they weren't set up in positions yet, then they could have actually retook the site, especially since the bomb hasn't been planted yet, etc. But since the bomb was already planted, it was a bit too difficult for them, really. Look at this molly. Okay, now they know he's there. They can nade him out here.
Ember gets that kill onto him. It's a good start for God Particles. As Mayhem hides in the smoke, he might just surprise them here. They know he's in there somewhere, but they can't seem to land the shots. Ember is there, however, to save the day and finally shoot Mayhem down.
Ember's like, I'll show you how it's done.
They get the kill in the end, and they fall back. Oddly enough, teams really like doing that. They get a kill. They get 2 kills on Banana, and then they fall back out of Banana for some reason. That's a good flash. Night Rider has to look the other way, but he was not flash, which means Nasty couldn't get that kill, but KRC responds and trades that kill back. Still a 2v4 situation. God Particles definitely have the advantage as they head onto the A site. Magician does not spot someone hiding in that corner. That would be nice. But Nice couldn't get anything done there. Magician finds the headshot in the end. KRC, he's got an M4 in a kit, but I don't think he really wants to go for this 1v4. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything you could do here, so best just to save that rifle. Either way, they're going to be ecoing next round. No reason to throw a flash and give away your position, though, man. Just stick to a place and hide. I don't even know if he can get away with this.
Ooh, he actually dinked him, but it wasn't enough.
I mean, if it's going to be eco next round, if he has that rifle, he has something at least to work with. It's going to be an eco anyway. It's better than a pistol. But KRC, they already know his position, so I don't know. Will he be able to get away with this? He's very close to one of the terrorists. He goes to the stars.
Yeah, none of them wants to peek that angle, and he will survive to live another day. 12-6 for God Particles. They're getting closer and closer to that map point. Xtreme5, even though they won the pistol, they haven't really won anything since, which is a worrying trend, as you can tell from their economy.
And since they are going to be echoing, this is going to be a 13-6. It's kind of what I was warning you about earlier. They did win that pistol round, but they did not win the following round. So since they are going to be saving here, it's going to be up to a 13-6. And it is Xtreme's map pick. So if they lose this, if actually God Particles wins this, they're going to go towards, I think it's Mirage, which is their map pick. Check real quick. It is going to be Mirage. This is their map pick. So it's going to be even harder for Xtreme to come back. And definitely so far, it's not, even though it's not over until it's over, it's highly improbable they're going to be able to come back at this unless they have one miraculous CT side after this and they're in their first rifle round.
Yeah, they're gonna need something special here. But so far they have not been delivering Xtreme5. On the other hand, God Particles are having a very, very good game, especially Ember, who's at the top with 23 kills. 6 more than anyone else on the server, so he's having a very good game. He's even got 5 assists to back that up, so Ember's having a good game so far.
More important, 6 deaths as well, so he doesn't really die much either. And so far he's not dying either. Night Rider.
He finds the entry onto Wimp, but Mr. Nice trades it back. Important to note that Night Rider, he went in all on his own, and he actually baited Xtreme5 into rotation here. They left the A site completely open, actually went to CT spawn before realizing that it was a fake, and God Particles managed to plant the bomb as it ticks away here. Xtreme5, they don't have much hope of winning this round, but 2 of them have really nothing to lose here. Mayhem and Nasty, both with USPs and no armor, so they could attempt for an exit frag or 2.
Yeah, that was a perfect fake from Night Rider. Pulling off what Hasselhoff would have always done. Just do a drive-by on the side. Baits out the enemies. And it looks like they're just gonna save a MAC-10, which is fine enough. Oh, sorry. They do save that M4 from KRS. I didn't notice that for a second there. That's good at least. And that MAC-10 can at least do some damage. But is he gonna keep it? I mean, he could elect to keep it. It is a good weapon,
No.
But nah, they know that they can't really make a lot of mistakes here, so they're just gonna go for that full buy. And let's see. And this is gonna be one of their last chances to actually get this back. If they lose this round as well, I don't think there's much of a chance.
Yeah, there's the op from Magician coming out, and Wimp goes down. Xtreme5, they cannot afford to lose this. There's only one guy left on the B side, and he's not even holding from site. That's Nasty, who's holding from Flower Pot. But he's finally going to make his way towards the site. As God Particles start to look towards mid here. I believe that is Spider who's looking for the entry. He does find that headshot onto Nice. That's a good flick from Spider. Nice reflexes. Knight Rider keeps it going with a kill onto KRC as well. Mayhem, he is the closest player. He's at Arches, and Knight Rider finds him with the op just at the edge of the smoke. Nasty's the last man standing for Xtreme5 in a 1v5. There's no way he can pull this off. I don't think he's even going to go for it. He knows that it is impossible. Xtreme5, this was their chance. Their best chance, really, to get something out of this map. But it seems like they cannot. In the end, Shivy finds Nasty with a headshot as well. So not even a weapon saved for Xtreme5. God Particles lead 14-6.
Yeah, and this is looking at the money now. It's almost a guaranteed game point, even so, or map point actually. And yeah, one of the viewers said earlier that Xtreme's not even gonna get 8 rounds on this map. It looks like you have a possibility of being right, actually.
Yeah, perfect prediction.
Yeah, but it's not done yet. They are almost gonna really give away this round. Nasty takes way too long to purchase or anything, but they are gonna have half armor. But let's see, is it gonna be enough to get it? It's highly unlikely, but it is something at least. Decent nade, but it did come from behind them.
Ooh, Lynn. He's got nothing but a CZ trying to jump over the wall, and Ember finds both kills. That's Nasty and Wimp going down. God Particles can make their way onto the B site now. CT is smoked off. But then again, they've got nothing to fear. It's only Mayhem with a P250. Nothing really dangerous or worth getting worried about. Here's Knight Rider above the smoke with the op, finds that kill onto Mayhem. Just as he spotted a head above that smoke, Mayhem goes down, which means Nice and KRC, they'll be hoping to get something out of this round for Xtreme5, but they might not even be able to do that. Chivy finds KRC, but he can't seem to find that kill. This could be risky. Where is KRC looking straight at the wall? And Chivy does get that kill in the end. They can't quite find Mr. Nice. He's hiding in the library. He finally find him. They lose one player to get that kill, but still shut him down in the end. They do, and they lead 15-6 now.
Hard to get really excited about this game, Moro. I mean, it definitely seemed like Xtreme had a lot more to give on the plate after seeing their match yesterday. And definitely doesn't seem like they have much to give here against God Particles. Getting completely overwhelmed, and on their CT side, now this is their last chance. They're gonna have that op, they're gonna have all the rifles, all the utility. So this is their last chance. This is now or never, Moro.
It is indeed now or never. Maybe, just maybe, they can still turn this map around. They're gonna have to play some really, really good Counter-Strike to make that happen. Mayhem is watching Banana with his op. Here's Mr. Nice looking mid as well. God Particles yet to make a move. Magician pushes up from Banana, gets that one kill onto Mayhem, but Wimp traded it back. Still a 4v4 situation. The bomb still at T-ramp here for God Particles as they're all split up on the map, looking for an entry anywhere. They can't seem to find anything. Xtreme5. This is one of their better rounds here. How defensive they've been. You see Nasty holding from Arches. 2 people holding from the site on A. They're not even going to contest Boiler or mid, which might be the smart thing to do here. Nasty can get lucky through the smoke, but it's going to backfire here because Spider knows exactly where Nasty's standing. He can even pre-fire him if he feels like it. Nasty falls back towards CT spawn instead. Look at that, God Particles. They moved the bomb around. They went to Banana. They're already at the end of Banana here. 3 of them even. Wimp is the only one on that B side. He's got nothing but an op. But he can maybe pull this off. Nasty finds Spider. But Wimp has to fall back towards Coffin. CT is smoked off here. Got particles. They have access to the site. Because also Ruin is smoked off. Wimp gets picked off by Knight Rider. They're just spots ahead, and that's all he needs to do to find that kill. 3v3. The bomb is planted. Xtreme5, they have to go for this. There's really no doubt about it. Chivy and Ember both hiding at Grill here. As Knight Rider just watching from Banana. 2 people from Xtreme5 make their way from Ruins, and they're looking the wrong way. Nasty goes down. So does Mr. Nice. My god, Knight Rider. He's amazing with that op. Chivy finds that final kill for God Particles. They win the first map, 16-6.